Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 99th episode of the Alter Ego Podcast.
Maybe having girl problems, son.
You got bad for you. I feel bad for you, son. We got 99 episodes, and Jay-Z ain't one.
Yeah.
I would happily do an episode on Jay-Z, though.
Me too.
I mean, he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Even Parappa the rapper.
I doubt it. My favorite rapper is probably dead.
Probably who? Dead?
My favorite rapper's dead.
Tupac?
Nope.
Biggie?
I think more recent.
More
Likes to growl and bark.
Oh, DMX?
Yeah.
He didn't even write his own stuff. What? That's a fact, Jack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ghost Riders. Oh, man. My favorite rapper of all time? I can't say I have one, but if I had to pick, it'd probably be Dr. Dre.
Honestly, I don't really think I have like
I just love Dre.
Super favorite rapper.
Right.
He's up there though.
There's so many that are really, really good. I was never a big Biggie fan. Hey, y'all want to feel old? You ready?
Yes.
You want to feel old?
Why not?
32 years ago, on March 30th, is when the first ever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
It makes me realize how old I was when that came out.
Yeah.
That's rough.
But it's such a good movie.
It is.
It's honestly, it holds up with the best Turtles movie ever.
A lot of them are still up there.
I mean, I'm really surprised that none of them have ever been able to touch that first movie.
No. 2 was good.
2 was good. Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
It was a lot more on the comedy side, but it was good. Not that the first one wasn't funny.
And I like 3 too.
You like Turtles in Time?
Yeah.
I actually watched that a month ago. It was on Netflix, and I was like, I'll watch some Turtles in Time. There's actually a really touching moment with Michelangelo in that movie that I didn't even remember existed.
I saw it or watched bits and pieces of it a little while back at a party.
Yeah.
And what's funny is
Watched
one of
a
my
movie
boys,
at a party?
well, it was on in the background, I guess, like
Sometimes at
gathered.
certain parties, that's
kids.
a godsend.
Yeah. And because they have kids, and it was a bunch of kids running around. And it's funny because as the movie was going, one of my best friend is standing in the kitchen, word for word, the entire movie. I'm like, bro, we haven't seen this since we were like kids, and you still remember this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, what do you mean? I just watched it on Sunday.
Yeah, he probably did.
Some of the best parties I've ever had, one of the best parties I ever threw, I don't even know what it was for. We were just having people over and hanging out at a friend of mine's house, and I brought over Hot Rod, and we all sat and watched Hot Rod, and
Well, we watched that here for your
just
birthday before we
laughed
went out.
our asses off. Yeah, I love that movie. There's never a bad time to throw Hot Rod in the DVD player.
You know, it's my dad. He's super dead.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ever show
gosh.
you a picture of my dad? He's super dead.
Wow.
My favorite part of that movie is what's his fucking face? Your boy Eastbound and Down.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride. I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day. Somebody's
You're going to pull the demons out of me?
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part of Hot Rod is? Ford Supply Company offers a curated line of craft soaps and beard care handmade in the USA, offering scents like coffee, cream, coconut, citrus, cedarwood, and so many more. Check out the full line of craft soap bars, beard oil, and beard balm online at FordSupply.com. Free U.S. shipping on all orders over $35 and get an additional 10% off with the promo code Alter Ego.
Whoa.
Ford
What's
soap,
that?
real soap.
No bullshit.
What was that?
Damn right.
I need to get some of that. I actually
Was that a new ad?
That was. They finally got back to me. And they've got another promo going on that I want to talk about before we move on. They've got one promoted with one of our favorite retailers, 7th Inc. They're local here in Florida. Here's the ad. I'll just read it for you. They'll get a double dip today. We're excited to offer this 7th Inc. 3-pack of handmade craft soaps at this incredible sale price, only $18. 3 bars, $18. This set includes Coffee or Death, Coco Cabana, and Norseman, which is the citrus cedarwood. These bars have been a mainstay of their line for years because they have had some of the most popular scents. Grab the 3-pack today and give them a try for yourself. The 7th Ink Craft Soap 3-pack for $18. FordSupply.com. Don't forget to go in there and use promo code Alter Ego to get 10% off if you order online.
I really need to hit them up. I'll probably buy a couple 3-packs.
That 3-pack actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Those are all winners. We never got the coffee one, did we?
Nope.
Wow.
Coffee or Death is awesome.
What a bad partner
Yeah.
in life.
Wow.
She's growing a human of mine, and she won't get me the coffee soap.
Stop it. That's not
man.
even. I'm working on a graphic. Leave me alone. This is my time.
Wow. Look at her multitasking. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, you're harassing me on social media, basically.
You know, I'm about to harass
She's
you
lying.
at Tony
She's
and
looking at
Nello's
pictures
Southern
of
Italian
bulldogs.
Cuisine and Grill. What'd you say?
So she's lying. She's just looking at pictures of bulldogs.
It is,
You know.
100%. It's a hidden gem that's family owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bayway, South Tierra Verde, Florida. This is a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNellos.com.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Oh, my goodness. That guy. He's an Eagles fan. That's why we say that. If you want to hear his luscious voice, you can check out Cigar City Sports Podcast. We do that every single Wednesday. But that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. We're here to talk about the wonderful nerdy news that is going on in the world of, what would we call it? Pop culture? Whatever you want to call it. Guess who's getting the start today? Guess who's the starting pitcher for our lineup here today?
Tom Brady?
Marvel.
It's Tom Brady, right?
It's
Ooh,
Marvel.
Marvel's on top? They're never on
Marvel's
top.
never on top, but they're on top.
Oh, okay.
Because there's other stuff that we have to talk about. First and foremost, did anybody here watch the first episode of Moon Knight?
Yes.
No, I did not.
No, not yet.
We did.
We did. We liked it.
It was good.
I like your patience.
I don't want to dive in on that. I don't want to talk details because it's so brand new. And we will obviously be doing a Moon Knight episode. So we're going to chill on that. But I did want to talk about a couple of different things. First and foremost, there was a beautiful quote from Ethan Hawke about Oscar Isaac's approach to the whole Moon Knight role, which they are obviously, and this is in the trailer, this isn't a spoiler, they're focusing on duality of Mark Spector, who is Moon Knight, and this alter ego, Steven. Alter ego, see it? It's in the name. See what I did there?
Yeah.
And here's Ethan Hawke's comment on Oscar Isaac. He said, there are some actors that you see them in a Marvel movie or in a big studio movie and like they're cashed out. You know, they obviously don't care. They're just there for a paycheck. Oscar didn't do that. He worked on both of these characters differently. He came in every day hell-bent to make something worth watching, and he transfused his energy to us. Having seen episode 1, true or false?
True.
Okay.
1000%.
Okay. I'll leave it there.
You don't think so?
Oh, no, I don't disagree. I'm just, asking your opinion. Jeez.
So they didn't do the 2-episode drop, just one?
I thought they were. I thought 100% they were, but no, they only went with one. And that's got to be because it's only a 6-episode series.
I was going to say.
They're like, are we going to drop a third of this episode or this series on day one? Not to mention, I think we're going to see some cameos. I think we're going to see some big people show up in Moon Knight. Because obviously that's the whole big thing that they're talking about is it's disconnected from the MCU.
I bet you one of them won't be Blade.
I bet you're right. They're going to save Mahershala Ali for a bigger moment. 100%. Even though I know why you said what you had to say. You know what else is out recently that we haven't watched? I know we haven't watched, and I know you haven't watched. And I think you're going to be pained to watch this one is Morbius. Mm-hmm. That one's out. And there are a lot of opinions on this movie. And most of them are really bad. A lot of people are absolutely shitting on this movie.
Does that surprise you?
Not at all. And it makes me think, right? Because there's been a couple times where there's movies like that, and I've gone to watch them with bad, thinking with bad reviews, and I've loved them. I don't know if this is going to be one of those movies, but I'm here for it. We'll probably end up watching that this weekend. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We were talking about watching it this past weekend, and we didn't. I slept like most of Sunday.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So there have been a couple things that aren't spoilerific for this movie. It was in the trailer. I'm not talking about any stuff that's not been said already.
HBO Max or something like that, or is it just in theaters?
It's in theaters.
Oh,
Marvel doesn't have a deal with HBO Max, neither does Sony, if I'm correct.
I don't know who has deals with who.
Sony is all over this episode today, by the way. We got plenty of stuff to get into with them. It is very heavily driven for TV and video games and stuff like that. So it'll be very interesting to see where we go from there. But the director, there's that image of Spider-Man in the trailer for Morbius, and he says he would be killed if he confirmed which universe the film takes place in. And then in another one, he's asked, and he says, I don't know why there's a stock Spider-Man picture or Spider-Man mural in the trailer. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be the new norm. Where we get no legitimate leaks or anything like that. Everything is all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, I mean, they're building this multiverse, and if you know everything, you're just going to ruin it.
So here's an analogy, and this is kind of a prediction for me about this movie and how I think it's going to go. This is something about Jared Leto on the set of the movie. He refused to break character to go to the bathroom on the set of Morbius. So he kept all the shit on screen.
Any idea
That's
why?
a rumor that he refused to break character to go to the bathroom.
Whatever, bro.
What, dude? Nobody. I part of me understands, part of me doesn't. The whole method acting thing where you really dive in. So, like, was he waiting because he was waiting till he would only shit blood?
I don't know. To me, I don't think. When I think of great actors, Jared Leto is not one of them that comes to mind.
I don't disagree at all. I don't remember seeing anything with Jared Leto being like, damn, he was incredible in that.
Yeah.
Anything for you? No.
No.
I appreciate the dedication, appreciate it, but I would appreciate it a lot more if it was in the level like Daniel Day-Lewis, where he actually wins Best Actor all the time and he does stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, the movie is currently sitting at 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god!
The only movie that's done worse than that is the remade Fantastic Four movie.
Are we paying to see this film?
Yeah,
American dollars.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I won't go see it. I'm not going to pay money for it.
Full dollars?
I already
though?
know it's a dumpster
Not
fire.
even like partial dollars.
Oh, you're gonna give us a Rotten Tomatoes discount, guys?
I'm going to go in my backyard and set my trash can on fire and tell you I watched it.
Like, look, it's Morbius.
I watched it.
Oh no!
Listen, I want to go see this and be surprised. I want to go see this and have it blow me away.
It ain't.
I have a feeling you might be right. I'm interested to see because I've heard lots of different speculations that the CGI is bad. This movie looks full of rewrites, and it just doesn't look like they ever really hit their stream or their stride, really, when they were making it, which I get that. It makes sense.
I mean, if I've learned nothing from my good friend Robert Lamb, it's that if Rotten Tomatoes, it's no good.
Oh, gosh.
You can't watch it. And a 17% is absolute dog shit.
It is. It's bad.
That's dog shit. If it was 50%, I'd be like, all right, maybe people are half and half. 17%?
That's the critic score, by the way.
That
I don't know what the
worse.
I don't know what the audience score is.
They can be brutal on movies.
Yeah.
And even still, only 17% that's not good.
That's very true. Very, very true.
That's god awful.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Enough Morbius. We've talked about it enough. Let's get into video games and stuff like that. So the first bit of news is the Spartacus subscription that we were talking about last week. Oh, it came to fruition.
Spartacus.
The Spartacus level of streaming video games. And do you want to hear the pricing model for this?
Oh, absolutely.
I can't wait for this right now. So I'm going to go with U.S. prices because the majority of our listeners are here in the U.S. We do have, and if you go to our Instagram, it does have Europe, the United Kingdom, and Japan listed as well. But let's go through this. PlayStation Plus Essential. Don't know what that involves $9.99 a month. Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
For what now?
This is like the Game Pass version from PlayStation.
Gotcha.
So then we have the PlayStation Plus Extra with up to 400 additional PlayStation games. $14.99 a month. Not bad.
Makes sense. It'd have to be competitive with
Not bad. Yeah.
Xbox,
for sure. PlayStation Plus Premium. 340 additional games from PS3, PS2, and original PlayStation and PSP. That gives you $17.99 a month.
Do you have a list of these games that are coming with it?
I don't.
I might go fire up the old PlayStation if NBA Street's on there.
I don't have the list.
What do you pay monthly for Game Pass?
I think it's $14.99.
Oh, it just comes with the
Yeah.
Xbox subscription or whatever?
So does theirs also come with the live or whatever needed to play?
It does not say if it does, but I've got a comparison sheet down the road in our news here for what we've got. But something you mentioned literally last week, none of their first-party exclusives will be on this streaming service.
Boom! I fucking called it.
You did.
I told you.
Yep. No God of War.
That's where they make all
No
their money.
Last of Us.
Wow.
No big single-player exclusives. You will have to wait. You're going to get, what is it? Parappa the Rapper. You'll get that.
Yeah. And that's why they're going to lose.
What's the one? Fall Guys. You'll get Fall Guys.
Yeah. That's
Stuff
why
like
they're
that.
going to lose.
I mean, we don't know that yet. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But let's go ahead and go into the comparison sheet here as well that says what you get with each. So the tiers, they have the Essential, the Extra, the Premium. There's the Xbox Game Pass for console, PC Game Pass, which makes sense, and Game Pass Ultimate, which I think is what everybody gets anyway.
Yeah,
I thought.
and it goes across all three, I believe.
Right, exactly.
Or all two.
Then you have the Switch and Switch Online expansion pack. The expansion pack giving you a few extra games, but Switch Online also does a little bit different. So here we go. I am incorrect on. No, I'm not. The Essential $9.99. We talked about that. The Extra $14.99. The Premium $17.99. Xbox, if you want just regular Game Pass, it's $9.99. Ultimate, which absorbs your online portfolio as well, $14.99. That is the one that goes across
and
all
that's
three.
what we have.
And
that's the one that
Nintendo
also comes with gold.
Nintendo Switch $3.99. $3.99. Price per year for the Essential $59.99, for the Extra $99.99, for the per year $119.99. For Xbox, do the math, $14.99 times 12. And then for the Nintendo Switch, which is the greatest console ever, it's only $19.99 for the whole year. If you want the expansion pack, it's $50. I mean, they are the best value for sure. PlayStation, no family plan. Xbox, no family plan. Nintendo, they've got the family plan. If you do the just the regular without the expansion, it's still $40 for the year, and you can add 4 people. I mean, just dominating.
For
Additional.
Nintendo? I thought it was 8.
No, I don't think it's 8. Well, somebody will know. So additional perks, monthly downloadable games for PlayStation. Okay, monthly. If it changes monthly, I'd be interested. Some have got to stay. There's no way. Otherwise, that's pointless. I wouldn't even download it. Additional perks for Xbox, as we said earlier. Oh, so this one does not cover your subscription, because the Xbox says access to Xbox Live Gold, the xCloud, free games, all Ultimate only, and EA Play.
That's with Ultimate, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And for the Nintendo, if you get that, you get access to DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Animal Crossing New Horizons. Not really that great. Access to older games for the PlayStation 1. Yes, PS1, PS2, PSP, PS3, PS4, depending on the tier you get.
What's PSP?
That's the little personal handheld one.
Oh, I thought you were making a mistake there, and I was trying to make fun of you.
Joke's on you.
Yep.
So for the Xbox, you get one for the original Xbox, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. For Nintendo, yes, you get SNES, NES, N64, Sega Genesis games. Really just a knockout there. Game trials, PlayStation, yes. Xbox, yes, for select EA Play games, Ultimate and PC. Online for Nintendo Switch, yes as well. Exclusive discounts, yes for all three. Cloud saves, yes, yes, yes. And only difference is for Xbox, it does not require a subscription to do that. So, all those listed, I think this is not shocking me at least. Nintendo's the best value of all of them.
Nintendo's super solid.
Nintendo dominates this whole thing.
Which kind of surprises me.
Yeah. Really?
They're not usually the ones that...
But after that, I've got to give it to Xbox. I know I'm a homer. I know I play a lot of Xbox, but the fact that the Game Pass absorbs your monthly subscription to get online, it's a no-brainer.
Right?
So PlayStation, what is their monthly subscription cost?
I don't even know.
So that minimum, you're adding $9.99 on top of that.
Yeah. I know it used to be free. Then they stopped being free. Now I have no idea what the cost is because I'm just like, I'm not going to pay because I'm never going to play my PlayStation like that.
Yeah. Not to mention another good bit of info for Sony. There's no E3 this year.
Yep.
No games and technology showcase that they do literally every single year.
Did they indicate as to why?
They did not.
Why, Sony? Sony left it a couple of years ago. A lot of them did. There's no reason for it. E3 is a dead thing.
Kind of. And nowadays, everybody wants to use their own platform to promote their own thing, and they promote it for everybody.
And why go spend millions of dollars to go do that stupid show?
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe that is the death of E3. But here's another thing. Sony went and fired 90 North American employees. Now, these people, their jobs essentially was to connect Sony to retailers. We're talking Best Buy. We're talking your local comic book shops, I'm sure, your local video game shops. We're talking GameStop, all that jazz. All that North America team fired because they want to focus on digital products. I don't think that's a shock.
Yeah, I'm going to say not a shock at all.
I mean, sure, hopefully those people were just passionate about Nintendo or Sony, and that's really why they wanted to do that job, because I would kind of look at that as kind of a dying job as well, right? I mean, like retailers bringing hard copies of games, that is not the way the future is trending.
Yeah, not at all.
I hope those people land on their feet, get a job, but...
I mean, especially like nowadays, the only time I ever buy something is if I have the intention of potentially sharing it with someone.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon. Me and my brother, he could buy Shield, I could buy the other one, Sword, and then maybe, or whatever, when that was a thing, and we can switch. Other than that, man, I'm downloading it digital. I don't want to have to try to go get up and find a disc, put it in.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, even though you buy a disc, you still have to wait for it to download now, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really, I've always wondered. What the fuck is up with that?
Don't know.
Like, truly.
So it runs smooth. You might as well just download it. Just get a code, download.
Yeah. Well, not to mention that now that the way you can share consoles and stuff like this, if I wanted to, I could download every game in my living room to the Xbox that's in the bedroom.
Yep.
We mainly use it for streaming and watching TV to go to bed, but if I wanted to go in, I'm playing Elden Ring, I want to continue playing Elden Ring in the bedroom and this one's asleep, I could easily do that.
I'm surprised you haven't done that yet. No, I'm serious.
No, it's a little South Park to go to bed for me.
That's
Yeah, 'cause you'll be up all night. That's the whole reason that you come to bed.
There'd be no point to my head hitting the pillow if Elden Ring was on in the bedroom.
That's how my house is set up.
It'd be one of those games that, like, I would wake up 3 hours later and you would be walking off of cliffs.
What are you doing? Shut up.
And you're just
100%. That has not happened to me ever, by the way. I don't fall asleep while I'm playing. That's weird. But nothing is quite as funny as being jarred awake to go, honey, you're dying.
No.
which happens all the time.
Not all the time. Be serious.
It used to happen a lot more when I fell asleep on the couch.
That's true.
I'd wake up to go to bed and I'd be like, babe, you're dying.
You're dying. Shut up.
He's just walking into the corner.
Yep. or walking in a
of
circle.
a cliff.
Something's attacking you.
Especially when you play, what is that, Diablo?
Diablo.
He would be asleep and
Yeah.
like 9,000 things would be attacking him, and I would sit there and just watch for a couple minutes.
Is he waiting for something?
Usually I'd wake up and I would just look right at the TV and just be like trying to contemplate if I wanted to go to bed or not. And then I would just see him getting like eaten alive by God knows what things. And I'd look over and he's got the controller in his hand and he's just, and I'm like, oh, that explains it.
Hard.
And then I would just keep watching. And
Sawing
die.
those logs in half.
Yeah. That would happen to me every now and again.
Yeah.
Dozing
Happens
off,
to the
like,
best of us,
I
right?
gotta go.
Speaking of exclusives, let's talk about Halo Infinite. The
Okay.
developer has acknowledged player frustration over the lack of meaningful content.
Seems to be a trend with games nowadays.
Now, is it a trend with games or is it a trend with consumers? That they expect every time they log in something special and new and shiny and something to unlock and something to work towards. This right here, this story right here is why Elden Ring is the best game that I've played in, I'd say, 10 years. Since Gears 3, it is the best game I've ever played.
A little from column A, a little from column B. I think it's consumers, but I also think it's a
Yeah.
part where people just try to put out, they try to gauge that, is this enough content for the $60, $70, $80 we're asking
For sure.
for?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you can beat a game in 7 hours, one of the reasons why I haven't bought freaking Spider-Man, the Miles Morales yet. I hear it's only literally like an 8-hour game.
Really?
Yeah, I only play it for like 8 hours, but they want me to pay $70. No.
That's the one that that's the only one of those games, that and Final Fantasy VII, that made me think about going the PS5 route.
Yeah, and I am just not going to pay that.
No.
So I'll wait for it to become one of those greatest hits, and then I'll pick it up for $20.
Yep.
But yeah, I am not paying that. And I mean, I think things like Destiny and The Division and all those, and Fortnite mainly.
Actually,
are the reasons why that happens.
Fortnite is dominating the content game because essentially they don't have to change their core game. All they do is add skins and a little bitty thing that you can do to earn them, and the game is free.
Yeah.
All their money is coming from purchasable items in game, in cosmetics.
Yep.
I mean, essentially, the only other thing you can buy is the season pass to unlock stuff, right?
Yeah, season pass, and then if you actually play enough and you unlock it, it pays for itself again the next time.
And now there's a no build mode in Fortnite.
Oh, wow. Finally.
So that I'm just like, that actually even has me going, huh, maybe I'll check it out.
Too cartoony for me. I don't like games with different levels, power levels of guns.
I mean, I don't mind it, but either way, I just think it's going to invite another group in there. They've had things like live concerts. I think Travis Scott, is that a rapper?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
He did a concert in the game. All you had to do was show up and your avatar could watch the free concert.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't
I could care
watch
less.
it in person
too.
or in a video game, but it's still kind of cool that they're, whatever.
I feel, who's this Travis
I mean, at
Scott
least
fella?
nobody.
Who's this here feller with his pants down around his thighs?
I mean, I guess at least nobody can die at his concert if it's in a video game.
Wow.
Wow.
Too soon.
Yeah, way too soon.
Just saying.
It's true. I actually was
No,
gonna make that joke.
you're right though about
It's not really a joke. It's serious.
But yeah.
You're right
But
though
yeah,
about Halo
shit's
Infinite.
dark.
I mean, like the people expect a lot of stuff for their $60, and I think they have a lot of things planned out. I truly do. I think Halo has things mapped out for a long time. It's just not happening as fast as the community would like it, and there's not enough changing in the game to make it compelling to keep you there. I love Halo. When a new season comes out, I'll be on Halo. But as of right now, I beat the season. I got everything I needed. There's no sense because I'm not trying to go pro.
And that's kind of the thing is you pick it up, you play it, and you put it down once you got what you wanted to go get, what you're chasing. But I remember a time back before when you didn't have updates.
Mm-hmm.
And when Halo 2 came out, that was all I played for 3-4 years.
Yeah, but that was also a
like-
different time where you could play with your boys at any time.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing now,
Or your girls.
but the point being is now that there's so much more expected. Like Destiny, add more and more
Yeah.
to it, more and more to it. think about picking it up, and I'm like, nah, I'm not paying that for it.
They've gotten to the point where they start adding so much stuff that they have to delete older stuff to make room for it.
Yeah.
So, oh
Whoa.
goodness, that was weird.
And
That scared the
fortunately,
crap out of me.
nothing's really worth it nowadays.
No, you're right. There's really not much except for, like I say, Elden Ring. That game right now, I got to know how long this game really was truly in development, because there's so much stuff to find. They're still uncovering stuff now that nobody's seen yet.
Yeah.
And there are new builds, new ways to do things, and I can't even imagine if DLC comes out for this game.
It just may. It may be one of those things where they didn't plan on DLC because they might not have planned it to be this big.
Right.
And now it's huge. And so now they might be like, all right. Because, I mean, as you were saying before about Fortnite used to be like only thing anything played when you jumped online. That's everybody. You can see everybody playing that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a dead game. I might see one person playing it every now and again.
I know a lot of people that are still playing it.
I turn on my Xbox, and I don't have friends that played Elden Ring. Most of my friends played, like, I met them playing The Division or Overwatch or something different, Madden. Bro, everybody's playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
It is a wild game.
Yeah, you keep sending me clips. I just laughed at the one that I saw,
There was
guy
I sent
running.
him a guy panicking, which Megan can attest that this has happened to me too. He's running through and he's like, oh God! And then he's running, and then something grabs him. He's like, what is happening? Let me go! And then he's running for literally 3 minutes. He's like, guys, I have no health. I've got to get somewhere. And then he goes, oh, fucking get outsmarted. As soon as he jumps, he's like, thank God, there's a roof. I made it. And then he jumps to another balcony and insta dies. Something jumps from his periphery that he can't see. And he's like, he just goes, God damn it.
Like, I felt this struggle right there.
Me too.
That look on his face is like, bro, I know that hurt.
We've been there.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about, actually, let's take our first break of the day. We might have enough for 2 today. Guys, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's enough time. But we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with a little bit more of that sweet, juicy video game news. See you in a second. No, I'm kidding. And we're back.
I was like, what are you doing? Did you just feel like,
I just felt like
listen to that for a
hitting it.
second?
You know what I mean? So speaking of Elden Ring,
What?
they want to
Were you
work
talking about
with,
that before the break?
Yeah.
Oh.
Weren't we just?
Yeah, we were.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I tune out for video
Speaking
games.
of Elden Ring,
Looking at bulldogs.
she tunes out, but she's going to want to hear this. The developer for
Oh, I
Elden
did
Ring
see
wants
this.
to work with the Wheel of Time writers next.
Yeah. So who all have they worked with so far? Have they worked with like Witcher?
They've been their own developer.
Okay.
No, The Witcher is its own series and book.
I
and all
know,
that
but I
stuff.
didn't know. I'm assuming that they want
Different
to work
developer.
with Wheel of Time for developing monsters and things like that. That's why I was wondering if they're trying to put different.
It's probably just for narrative based. We've talked about it on this show called Alter Ego Podcast
Oh,
before.
cool.
Where they worked with George R.R. Martin from
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
yeah. I know
so
that.
now they want to work
That's
with.
what I'm saying. I don't know who else they've worked with. I don't know if this was the first one since then.
No, it is.
But it's for narrative purposes and for monsters and
Right.
things like that.
I don't know
and
about
areas.
monsters. They probably have plenty of people who can create monsters.
Whatever. This is
But-
why I tune out because I don't care.
There
Because
you
you're
go.
mean to me.
I am.
So
I am
I
mean to her.
stopped caring about
Yep.
video games.
I berate her off the air.
Yes.
Thank
You're
you for
so
choosing the
dumb.
Alter Ego
You're
podcast.
so dumb. You're so dumb. You don't know anything about video games. You're such a girl.
Did I say you're so dumb or you're such a girl? Could somebody please clip me saying that at all, other than that explanation?
Hours and hours worth. 99
Yeah.
hours
Go back.
worth.
go back and find it, please. Anyway, I got sad news for you, Ryan.
What's up?
Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed to 2023.
I know. I've heard.
What a bummer.
I saw that news and just wanted to give him a hug.
I am not sad though.
You're
I
not?
am not a person who gets upset about a game being pushed back, especially by Nintendo.
Oh,
'Cause that
yeah,
just
for sure.
means that they're just gonna make it that much better. Take all the
You're
time
not
you
wrong.
need.
You're not wrong.
I'd rather you give me or push it back a year, 2 years, and give me a great game than rush it out and give me a piece of shit.
That's the other thing though, right? Like Nintendo, let's give them some props here for a minute, because they also will release games at $30 and $29 or $25 or whatever. They are not always going to be this is $60 no matter what buy. Now the Title 1 games, Pokemon, for sure you're paying that, but Pokemon is Pokemon. It's the biggest video game industry in the world.
Yeah.
So they can afford to do that because obviously their stuff is compelling. But you're absolutely right. Nintendo, I don't think, has ever put out a product and people are like, we thought it was going to be this, but it was actually this.
Yeah, it rarely happens.
Yeah.
If it ever does.
If it does, it's because people's expectations are through the roof.
And I mean, after the first Breath of the Wild, you got to come with something great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's arguably one of the greatest games of all time.
Like, this is my Elden Ring for you.
There you go.
Like, to me, it's the best
And actually,
game I've
those are the
played,
parallels I use for you when I'm talking to you about Elden Ring.
which is one of the reasons I kind of want to play it.
I'll show you a couple clips when we get out of here. We'll check it out. So, one more thing for video games, and we're moving on to TV and movies. Sonic is coming out very soon. They're on the press tour. I'm excited for it. And apparently, they had to come out and say, we're not going to follow the games in order. And that is because they teased a character that is not in chronological order for the games. I wonder what that is. What do you think? Dark Sonic?
I don't know. I haven't.
Gold Sonic?
I mean, when was
To
the
a
last time they
Sonic
made a
game.
Sonic game?
In forever.
There are like 8 of them.
Yeah, but when was the last one?
Probably, what, Dreamcast? Or Nintendo Switch for sure, but not a standalone Sonic game.
That's what I mean. It's been
No,
a long
they've
damn
actually
time.
been coming out with more Sonic games. There's a lot of them.
I still love Sonic.
Now,
That's a brainless, pass the time, excellent game that you can just sit and play.
Is Sonic going to be one of those characters that's brought into Mario Kart, I wonder?
I hope so.
No.
That would be so cool.
I want him brought into Mario Kart, but I don't want him to use a cart.
You want him just to
just
be...
I want him to just run.
See, that would be dope.
And then, so for the customization options, all you do is customize his shoes.
I like it.
I dig it.
I mean, right?
I mean, there's got to be other characters that have little things like that to where, like, if you choose them as a character, that you could totally customize the menu for them.
And every time you ding Sonic, he loses coins.
Yeah, just rings fly out.
Yeah.
And you can pick up the rings as other...
that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that would be cool.
Well, you'd have to do that for all the cars if you're going to have Sonic
I
give you
know.
something of value. But yeah,
Whatever.
that would be cool. Or just a race where you're racing Sonic.
I want to say, I think there is a Sonic kart racer out there somewhere, but
There is.
I've never played
I
it.
think you're right. No, I
See,
wouldn't
I'm
either.
on to something.
The only other kart racer that I was religiously happy about playing was Crash Bandicoot, Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing.
That was good. But anyway, that's all I got for video games. I promise. That's it. We're done.
Oh,
We're going to bring some sadness into this right now.
Oh,
I
gosh.
can feel it.
We are. There's 2 things that are sad, then one thing that is not unexpected by any means. First one, Bruce Willis stepping away from acting.
I saw
What's the name of the
Aphasia.
aphasia?
Yeah.
Aphasia, yeah.
Where he is losing the ability to communicate. And a lot of
Verbally
these
and
folks from the sets of some of these B movies that he's been doing lately are like, with Bruce now, you have to tell him exactly what to say, when to stand, where to stand there. So I feel bad for Bruce, man. He was definitely my favorite action star of
He's
all
a legend
time.
lost. I mean,
I
obviously he's
take-
still around, but when
Oh,
it
for
comes
sure.
to Hollywood and stuff, I mean, it's really sad. And it makes you wonder, not that we know anything about his medical history, but it makes you kind of wonder if it was a sudden thing or if it was a slow drip, because it could happen either way.
Yeah.
It could be slow if he's got some sort of disease or like a brain tumor, like something in his head, or it could happen suddenly after like a stroke or something. I read a bunch about it after that was announced. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
like you just think back to his like Die Hard days and all that other stuff to where he's just so,
Last Boy Scout.
I mean, obviously that was 80s, like so long ago, but it's like when you see somebody like that on screen and then you hear things like he was struggling to communicate at all, it just breaks your heart.
Yeah. Especially when they do mean so much to you. This family, I can attest to.
Every
we
Christmas.
watch Die Hard every single Christmas.
Every Christmas.
Still, hey, my Xbox gamer tag has been the same for about 15 years.
John McClane V2.
John McClane V2.
Love
And
it.
it's gonna be sad that I'm never gonna hear him say "Yippee ki yay, motherfucker" again.
Not unless it's on a rewatch. Yeah.
Not on a new movie.
Not
which
as
I hear they were supposed to be doing, but guess
yeah.
that's not gonna happen now.
They're gonna go with Will Smith instead.
Just slap the shit out of somebody.
Whoops. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with Will. Jim Carrey also talking about retiring from acting in general, said it would have to be God coming down with the golden pen and saying, this one is for you. It's a story that needs to be told in order to get him to seriously consider coming back.
So Morgan Freeman, tell him we need Bruce Almighty 3.
This doesn't surprise me, especially not to bring up Will Smith again, but seeing Jim Carrey's reaction to that. Have you seen that?
No. I don't really pay attention to Hollywood. I
don't either. I don't either, but TikTok is a wonderful thing. He went pretty hard on that and was like, it's basically in so many ways saying people are sick of Hollywood.
Yeah.
They're tired of them. They used to be stars. They used to be icons. They used to be people that people looked up to. Not anymore. He's like, basically, he just sounds done with it.
Yep.
So
a lot of them are D-bags. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, money changes everybody.
I mean, it's you look at these guys too, and you look at like the current. And I hate to. I'm not gonna like try to get political or anything on this, but just more generational. If you're thinking about like the next generation of actors and stuff, it's like you have that millennial mindset and the millennial mindset is taking over Hollywood. So it's like all these older guys like Jim Carrey, even the Bruce Willises of the world. I mean, Steve Carell is one that comes to mind because he's completely stayed out of all the drama. So I know he's not super famous, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, he is, but he's not a Jim Carrey. But I'm just saying it's like these older actors have kind of moved on from the spotlight and have really seen what Hollywood has become. And they're just like, I don't want any part of that shit. It's like we were heroes, not something to obsess over, and that's the vibe that I feel like is changing in the Hollywood elite. Some
of the Hollywood elite really leaned into the you should be something to obsess over.
Right.
But my favorite ever, because I don't want to get into politics is Kevin Hart. When they asked him, why don't you comment on this, that, and the other? He goes, because I'm not going to divide my audience. No. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be funny, and I'm not going to ever divide my people over something that's an opinion that I'm not even qualified to, speak on it directly. So I'm not going to. And I got to say, I gave a lot of props to Kevin Hart for that.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the trouble he got into for that thing a few years ago, making the joke or doing whatever it was that he fucking said and got in trouble for. Huh. He was supposed to host something.
Oh, that's right. And they was it the Oscars?
Yeah, I think it was the Oscars.
And the Oscars told him, never mind.
Yeah. So.
Is that when Gervais went and made a big mockery of Hollywood?
I think it is.
Oh, you reap what you sow.
He goes, third time, don't care. If you want to talk about jokes that people might want to get up and slap somebody over, Google Ricky Gervais hosting the Oscars.
Watch that 9-minute monologue that he starts the Oscar hosting with.
Yeah, that just kind of puts it all in perspective.
Honestly, it's like Hollywood gold.
It is.
They all hated it. We all loved it.
They hated it. Everybody at home was like, damn, y'all listening to Ricky?
We were like, what is good? This can't be real. Like, this has got to be fake. Nope. Every second of it was real. He's like, this is my last time doing it. Who cares? Like,
what are they going to do? Fire me? He's up there with a pint of beer.
Oh, God. He was something. You got to watch it.
It is worth your time.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, if you guys just earmuff it for me. Sandra, I know you're listening, sweetheart. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. They dethroned the Batman at the box office. And you know what? The Lost City, I'm sure it's great. I love the purple jumpsuit. You're glowing. You look just as good as you ever did.
She's glowing.
Okay, sorry guys, just had to have a moment to talk about something else. I was subscribing to some magazines.
Did you want to say what you needed to say to what's his face in that movie? He better step how far back?
Channing, back up.
Yeah, he gets a little close to her in that movie.
I like you. You're a nice guy. Take 10 steps back. Act from back there. CGI is a wonderful thing. Y'all could have green screened him.
Man, you can't do that to Magic Mike.
I just did. No, but that's surprising.
I cannot believe that movie dethroned Batman. Yeah. I am shocked.
I gotta say though, look at the big three. It's obviously Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, but then you have Daniel Radcliffe. He's a polarizing guy. I mean, he will not be known.
Batman.
I know.
Come on.
I know, but not a lot of things have been said about the Lost City. Lots of things have been talked about with the Batman for a long time. So,
and it's also divided.
And this isn't gross over the time it's been in theaters. It's just that weekend.
Just this weekend, yeah.
So Batman, I'm sure, has made hand over fist more money.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So the Obi-Wan series is coming out soon, right?
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
Month of May.
I was gonna say
Month of May it's coming
It debuts on May the 4th.
I'm gonna have to go.
No, it
sharpen
does
my
not.
lightsaber.
Actually, that's funny. That's part of what we got here. So that show has been pushed back like 2 days. It's May 26th now, not May 24th.
No,
So-
I thought it was supposed to debut on May the 4th.
No.
For May the 4th be with you day.
May 24th.
Nope.
And it has been pushed back to May 26th. But it was originally going to have Darth Maul in the series, going after Obi-Wan Kenobi. After he got his whole, bottom half sliced off
Oh yeah, that's right.
by
He
the
got
title character.
cut in half by the guy.
But
that
it's a
one
movie,
time.
man. Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
watch that one,
May
huh?
27th.
Not a big Star Wars guy?
Oh no,
Just look up the fight scene. You'll like Darth Maul plenty.
I know he's the guy
So-
with the red and black face and the double-sided lightsaber.
Uh-huh.
So are they gonna do releases on Friday then? Because it comes out the 27th. Just so we're reporting correctly, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
It's May 27th, which is a
Wait a
Friday.
minute. Wait a minute. When have we ever been about historical accuracy?
I'm just saying.
But you're right.
But
You're
if
right.
you're looking out for it on the 26th, you're going to call us liars, and it's not coming up to the 27th.
I would love in my heart if we were your source for release
Hey,
dates over
you never
Disney's
know.
massive marketing campaign.
You
if you
never
said,
know.
you know what, screw Disney, I'm going to listen to the Alter Ego podcast, and you know what, you got a free hug on me. Let me know. We'll get you a T-shirt.
If we're steering them wrong, they're never going to trust us. So
is true.
if we're steering them right,
This
then
is
we
true.
might get people to count on us for
They're
their dates
here
and
for our
releases.
journalistic integrity.
And our back and forth banter and
But
charisma.
they decided to skip on Darth Maul for Darth Vader in the Grand Inquisition. I gotta say, if you're any sort of what, you don't want Darth Vader?
I want Darth Maul.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Darth
I'm
Vader's
tired of
like the
Darth
guy-
Vader.
Exactly. I was like,
I'm tired of his ass.
Darth Maul's kind of cool.
He's the most
I don't even
powerful
know
dude in the
who he is.
universe.
Yeah, he can stay the most powerful dude in the universe in the
Well,
movies he's
it's-
been in so far.
It's Darth Vader and the Grand Inquisition.
No, honestly, I think Darth Vader's a little downplayed. Like,
We want to see. I agree.
They
but
have
we
never
wanna see
truly
some shit.
shown Darth Vader's power on screen.
They've hardly ever shown Darth Maul. Period. So
I mean,
let's fucking go. Is what I'm
from a
trying to say.
guy who
Let's
can-
see some new shit. It's
He was in
2022.
Clone Wars
who
a
can choke
lot.
you from a distance.
Yeah,
He should have a mean ass choke slam.
somebody that's choking you through Zoom.
He should be like,
Right in the middle of me drinking.
Somebody says something to Darth Vader. Who's like, "What did you say?"
he should just have somebody. He should have a guy go get the table. And he just choke slams him through it.
Oh boy.
That guy.
I
I'm gonna be
need
that
to know
stormtrooper.
who he could be talking
Just
to.
the
Right,
table.
Stormtrooper, get the table, and it's just Devon Dudley.
Oh, bro, I'd love it.
That would go so well. Speaking of Devon Dudley, WrestleMania was this last weekend.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I don't have anything to go, but I know Austin made a resurgence and raised hell all over WrestleMania, which I'm always here for that.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Mandalorian season 3 has apparently wrapped filming. Done deal. And they added a new guy to the cast. Marty! Christopher Lloyd.
Oh, I was gonna say
From Back
Marty.
to the Future.
I was like from Back to the Future.
Marty!
Michael
We've got to
J.
get back to
Fox.
1965.
Michael J. Fox is in it. Got it.
Ooh. He plays Baby Yoda's older brother, somewhat younger Baby Yoda. Or somewhat older Baby Yoda.
He just vibrates the whole time.
Oh, no. Too soon.
Is it though?
So speaking of people who haven't gotten a lot of screen time and deserve time in the sun and want to come back, Samuel L. Jackson, ready to return to Star Wars as Mace Windu.
Bitch.
Are you into that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Force choke, motherfucker! I would be into that. I would definitely be into that. He says there's a huge history of people with one hand returning to Star Wars. I'll learn the lightsaber left-handed.
there we go.
He won't even have to. They'll CGI his hand, off he goes. How many people now have gotten CGI or, whatever? Ugh.
I'm actually gonna have to actually watch Star Wars so I can quit making a mockery of Star Wars.
This is true.
I'm sure people are
This is true.
screaming at me.
Yeah, for sure. Who's screaming at you? I just got to know that.
I don't know. Somebody
That
out there
tidbit
on the
of it, too.
internet.
All right. We've only got a couple more things, and we're going to talk about a little Adam project, shall we? Shall I?
Shall.
Let's go through this really quick. Umbrella Academy Season 3 arrives June 22nd. Don't know if I said that. I'm saying it now. Walking Dead finally wraps the series after 11 seasons. Congratulations to them. Bill Skarsgård, who is It in the movie It is rumored to beginning production on a reboot of The Crow. What do you know about The Crow?
I know that
Brandon Lee died.
They actually kept a scene in there where he actually got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Used to love that show when it was on TV.
The movie,
the
you
actual
mean?
show.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Crow show.
Yep, there's a Crow show with a guy and a girl.
Oh, wow.
Both of them weren't bad.
I would watch that.
And then
I would watch a female crow.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
hold on, my bad. I'm confusing that. It's not the Crow.
Oh.
She was the Raven, but it was a Highlander. That's what it was. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, no.
My statement stands. I would still watch a female crow.
Yeah. I actually have been telling the wife about it, and she will have to watch it with me soon because she's never seen them.
Here's another thing I want to touch on before we get into the Adam Project. Shall I?
Shall I? Yes.
IGN came out with the top 25 Pixar movies of all time, as voted by their, and I'm going to give you air quotes here, fans.
IGN can't be trusted. I thought we've already been through this.
Well, you guys can't be trusted. What are you doing? Let's look at the top 5, shall we?
I feel like they fuck this up every time, but that's just
Number
me.
1, The Incredibles. The Incredibles is a great movie. I love The Incredibles. Number 1? I don't know about number 1.
I honestly couldn't name you 10 Pixar movies.
Yes, you could. You just don't know you can.
Yeah.
Let me go through the list, shall I? From the 25th. I've said shall I 8 times
you
in the
have,
last freaking 10
like
minutes.
8 too many.
Right, then shall I?
Shall I?
Number 25, Cars 3. Number 24, Cars 2. Number 23, Finding Dory. Number 22, Monsters University. I went outside and punched an old man in the face repeatedly when I saw Monsters University at 22. That needs to
that's some
be
bullshit.
top 15 easy.
I thought the first one was Monsters, Inc.
I didn't even explain to him why I was hitting him. And that's not true. But 21, The Good Dinosaur. What?
That's an okay movie.
Never even heard of that movie.
Number 20,
That's a cute
Brave. Number
Oh, that's
19, Cars. So all 3 Cars are 19, 24, and 25.
And Cars is probably one of the few movies on that list I've actually seen.
18, Onward. I'm not putting Onward over Cars. Sorry.
Onward was good, but I would agree.
Number
Cars 1 is
17,
not.
Turning Red. I'm not putting Turning Red over any of these except for Cars 2 and Cars 3. Luca, haven't seen it. Can't have an opinion. Soul, haven't seen that either. 14, Incredibles 2. Okay. Incredibles 2. Yeah, I like that one. A Bug's Life. Sure. Number 12, Toy Story 4. What? Number 11, Ratatouille. Haven't seen it. Heard great things.
You haven't seen Ratatouille?
No.
You would probably love that movie.
You don't know what I would love, okay?
He think you would like
I'm going
it.
to say, for being a person who likes to
To
cook,
cook, I think
you would
you'd
love
really
that
like
movie.
that one. We should watch it.
Oh, gosh.
We're
All
going to
right.
watch it.
Okay.
All I know is
So
that basically-
I know what I'm doing.
The movie is about a rat who can cook, but he basically uses a guy as like a puppet to
Nice.
do it for him.
All right. Number 10, Toy Story 2. Number 9, Up. That's one of the most tear-jerky, crazy movies Pixar's ever done, and it's at 9.
Never seen it.
Number 8, now this is my number 1, which I don't understand why it's number 8, but I didn't make this list. IGN. Finding Nemo is at number 8. Number 7, Monsters, Inc. Okay. Number 6, Coco. I've never seen Coco, so I can't tell you. Number 5, Inside Out. Wasn't that great to me. I did not dig Inside Out that much. Number 4, Toy Story. Number 3, Wall-E. Wall-E? I'm putting Wall-E at the bottom of the list, man. I really am. It's not that great. And then Toy Story 3 at number 2, with Incredibles being number 1.
Wow.
I don't agree. I just don't.
Mine would probably be Toy Story, just because that's mainly the only one I've really seen. And The Incredibles is pretty good.
Incredibles is great. It's a good movie, but that would not shock me that we, the Alter Ego podcast, were big fans of The Incredibles.
And Finding Nemo.
That was another really good one.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So that's what I've got for TV and movies, gang. Do we want to talk about a little Adam Project, this new Netflix film, which is the second installment of the trilogy of Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, I think his name is?
Okay.
So the third one that's going to be is Deadpool 3, by the way.
Oh.
So these guys clearly like working together. Adam Project is out on Netflix, has been out on Netflix for a while. So if we're giving you new information now, I don't know what to tell you. We're not going to get into non-spoiler territory. We're just going to openly talk about the movie here, I think. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's
fine.
fair.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got to say, do you mind if I go first?
No.
Go first.
I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds.
Same.
I used to be a really big fan of The Rock. I'm starting to have very similar feelings for Ryan Reynolds as I have for The Rock.
I don't like that. Why?
And what I mean is,
Yep.
Yep, I know what you're about to say.
is the same
Typecast.
dude
Yep.
in every movie.
Yep.
I mean, outside of Deadpool.
Deadpool just, he's
the
got a
same thing.
mask
He's got a
on.
mask on.
I don't know.
I mean, he's quippy. He's an asshole. The only difference between Deadpool and everybody else is he's willing to shoot somebody in Deadpool. But he's always got to be the quick-witted, funny guy.
sarcastic.
Who, he's a good-looking dude, and he's very sarcastic, and he gets quick laughs. And I think, personally, Ryan Reynolds is being underutilized. I think he could do a lot more.
Yeah.
I've seen him in Amityville Horror. He's definitely got the ability to do darker dramas. There was the one where where he was buried alive.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was another one that was crazy. I mean, like, and everything to him is just the quick jokes.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's great. The Ryan Reynolds typecast lasts a lot longer than the Dwayne Johnson typecast for me. But this movie, it's kind of, to me, it was kind of a cookie cutter movie. You have a cast you could not fail with. Zoe Saldana, perfect. I haven't seen a movie with her that I have not liked her in. Mark Ruffalo, great job. Jennifer Garner, great job. Ryan Reynolds, perfect. The antagonist, I can't remember her name, but I know she was in 40-Year-Old Virgin. She's another one who delivers in all the movies that she's in. But this one, I was just like, okay, I expect everything that's going to happen here.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is one of those movies that you know everything that is going to happen, but you're just watching it just to watch it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this was.
We started this together, I think, and then I started playing a video game, and you went off to get ready for whatever it was, and you finished watching it. What was your opinion?
On the ending or the whole movie or what?
Yeah, the whole movie.
I didn't
Tell us
mind
everything you think about everything.
I didn't mind it because it was something different. It was something different that you don't like. I just feel like there's a lot of repetitiveness in movie making right now.
Sure.
And I felt like it was something that was a little different. I really enjoyed the little kid that was in the movie. I don't recognize him from anything before, and I think he did an outstanding job. So I don't know if he's had some stuff before. I really liked it a lot. So I did like it because I thought that it was something different. It's a nice movie that you can watch with your family and probably never watch it again.
Walker Scoble was the name of this young man, and that was actually my comment as well. I'm going to echo exactly what you said.
I thought
that
he was
kid stole the show.
Oh, he was outstanding.
Really good.
And I think him playing that typical Ryan Reynolds as a child, I think he did really, really well. I think the storyline was really great in regards to his childhood and what he was going through with school and with his home and all that other stuff. Like, that's real life stuff. Like, I thought that was really touching.
Yeah.
But as far as the actual movie goes, I probably will not watch it again. I mean, not that I wouldn't because I enjoyed it, but because it's just one of those movies that you're like, oh, I'm glad I watched that. And then you move on and you're just like, that's not one that I'm just going to pick up and watch again.
And that's what I say when I say it's a cookie cutter movie, right? Like, yeah, okay, it was good. Yeah. It was good. I liked it. I have no complaints, but nothing stuck out. Actually, if anything stuck out, I thought it was really cool. The kid and the way they showed the technology from the future.
Yeah.
The space travel, that was really cool. The ship, really cool. The idea behind the sci-fi stuff, really cool.
And our girl being in and out of that movie, I didn't like that.
Zoe?
I didn't like that. Zoe, I feel like you were definitely underplayed in that movie.
Yeah,
definitely underused.
Yeah.
Definitely underused for who you were. I liked the end in that regard with the two of them. That was touching. But I don't know.
I mean, you saw that coming a mile
You did.
away.
You saw it coming a
Saw it
mile
all
away,
coming.
and
Right.
you saw it all working out the way that it's supposed to. It's very fairy tale and like Disney, to where like of course everybody's in love at the end and it somehow works out. But
I don't think the budget for this movie was huge.
no, they had a
right?
couple of blow up scenes, and that
Right.
was that was
mean,
pretty much it.
They dealt with the futuristic people, and there was at the end. I was kind of like when he's like, well, we're showing up here at the final place, and there's no bad guys around. There's also nobody walking around. There's no cars
security,
parked. There's no nothing.
nothing.
I'm like, is this a budget thing?
So my thought on that was actually, because I thought about that after the movie too. I was like, man, I wonder what and this is like nothing against the actors that were in the movie, but
They're all great.
you have Ryan Reynolds, you have Mark Ruffalo, you have what's her face Gardner. What's her name?
Jennifer
Gardner. Not that she's freaking breaking bank at Hollywood, but she is a very well-known face that everybody knows. So I mean, she's clearly not, doing bad for herself. But it's like especially those three names and Zoe, you have those four names, even though she was kind of in and out of it.
Yeah.
It makes you think that if they would have chosen lesser scale acting, that maybe the movie could have been that much better simply because they were putting the money into the movie and the story and not just paying these actors. Because these asses, their asses made an assload of money. And I know that Ryan Reynolds was he was a director, or what was he?
He's probably an executive producer.
Executive producer. He was involved in some other form or fashion. So his ass was paid. So it's like, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. They earn the money. That's great. They are who they are. I'm not putting anything against them. But I feel like the budget was spent on names to try to drive people to watch the movie.
And it worked.
And it worked. Instead of trying to make it maybe a bigger kind of blockbuster style movie with a lot more shit going on. I don't know. It's a Netflix movie, so it is what it is.
But I was going to say, I don't know how you get much more blockbuster. I mean, you know what I mean? There's not much to that movie, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Yeah.
But they could have had maybe a cooler, air travel fighting scene, or a fucking car parked in the parking lot at the building at the end. Like you were saying, was this a budget thing? It's like there could have been something else happening.
Yeah.
Literally anything. And I think that maybe the actors and actresses that they had scaled to this movie took a significant chunk of the budget.
I think that's the problem. Is it was such a good movie in terms of like being exactly what you expected, that you expected so much more.
Yeah.
You see
And I
all
think that's
those,
why everybody's like, "Oh, that was okay," and
Yeah.
they walk away from
Weirdly
it
enough,
being
I
okay.
didn't. I was just like, I know exactly what this is. We're
Yeah.
going to watch it. I watched it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. Ryan Reynolds is obviously still Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I was
that's
just
true.
hoping to see a little more like out of Jennifer Gardner. But,
I was expecting more out of Zoe Saldana and more out of Jennifer Garner for sure, because those are two really, really excellent actresses, and our antagonist. And our antagonist was kind of a been there, done that, really rich person who was going back in time for money. And it was like that was the whole motivation of everything, was for her to stay rich. And she was after, I mean,
control things, yeah.
it was the normal shtick of bad
Yeah.
guys in movies, and I just thought that that group who all did their parts flawlessly.
What they should have spent their budget on was at the end, Mark Ruffalo just turned into the Hulk. Just for fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Adam Project. I'm not going to grade it super, super high. It's like Megan said, I watched it that
Yeah.
time. I'm glad that I watched it.
If you're cruising Netflix and you're struggling to figure out something to watch, and you just feel like watching something new and entertaining,
I'd give
Go
it a
for it.
6.5.
yeah, I mean, go
Yeah.
for it. It's not
Fair.
it's not the worst. It's you're not going to walk away hating it, I would think.
No.
So I mean, it's worth a look see, but it's definitely not something I'm like, oh my god, I need the steelbook copy of that bitch. No,
Not like Spider-Man No Way Home. The moment that came out on streaming, we were watching it.
yeah, we bought that bitch.
Not like The Departed for me way back when The Departed came out. I had to be first in line to get that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Anyway, guys, next week, episode 100
Holy smokes!
of the Cigar City
What?
Alter Ego podcast.
How do you mess that up? Talking about the 100th episode.
Because I was looking at a Buccaneers flag.
Wow.
Alter Ego podcast, baby. We'll catch you next week for episode 100.
100
Double O.
And we might even have some special guests.
or 2 or 3. Who knows?
You just have to tune in and check it out. I'll never tell.
No.
Is that what we're doing? I love you, Sandra.